announcement tonight. I'm really excited, I was going to say, about where we are. Can you believe, ladies, that we are 11 weeks in to our program? 11 weeks. I mean, I know,
Wow.
Patty, you've come on a little bit later, but honestly, time has just flown by. The group work is for 12 weeks. During this 12 weeks, what I'm going to be doing, I think the next time, is extending that, making it slightly longer, because if I asked you, are you finished? Are you ready to rumble? Are you ready to get out there to the world with your ESS? Yes or no?
We haven't started.
Okay, so what that tells me is that we need more time. Love it. So tonight, ladies, I'm going to give you just a little bit of mindset, because obviously with last week's Thursday's group work was all about marketing, right? Is plan your sales and plan your marketing strategies. And I wanted to really focus on where you are all at, take a bit of a review, and use tonight as a kind of like a hot seat. We're going to look a little bit about where you all are and collectively do a bit of a review. But before I do that, I just want to give you just 5 minutes or so of a bit of talking about critical success factors for business. Is that all right? If I just go into that just for a moment, all right? As the mindset piece. And I guess the first part of critical success factors, if you think about what that really, really means, is how are you going to survive in this world of online business, online marketing, and just the rush of the amount of noise that's out there. And again, yes, it comes to planning your sales, planning your marketing, planning your strategy. But some of the facts of business are literally this. It's like 85% of businesses actually go out of business after 3 years. And can any of you think about the reasons why that happens? Any idea?
Fatigue.
Burnout, fatigue.
I think competition.
Competition, yeah.
If you don't.
Any other ideas? The competition, it's good. Anything else come to mind? You haven't caught me yet what I'm thinking, but
out of date.
They're out of date, are non-relevant to what's happening right now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else come to mind, or what else comes to mind?
Marketing.
Marketing is good. Okay, it's not the one I'm thinking of. Okay, do you want me to let you know?
Mindset.
Mindset. Okay, potentially yes, could be mindset. The one I'm thinking of is lack of cash flow.
Lack of what?
Cash flow. Lack of money coming in to your business, right? That's the number one reason why new businesses fail. All right. And that's why it's so important to get your marketing, your sales. And sometimes you might think that we don't need to focus on these things, but if you're not focusing on selling, because remember we talk about services selling, then of course your business is literally going to go down a quick downward spiral. And we do not really want that. So what cash flow means, or what revenue means in your business, is that it's actually going to be keeping your business alive, right? So where do you think our focus needs to be? And it's a lesson that we all need to learn, because I'm a creative, you're an artist, you're a poet. We all need to focus on how can we keep the sales candle burning in our business. And that's what planning your sales and your marketing strategy is really all about. And it's about focusing on those different things. So the marketing is important because it helps you to establish your authority. Definitely, that's what it does for you. It helps you to establish authority. Secondly, it helps you to build out your credibility, because if people start to see you outside, they start to see you on social media, then they start to see you as somebody who's actually got something valid to say. And then of course, once you're out there and marketing, it then establishes your authority in all of those areas as well. Okay, and I think that's really key. So what I'm trying to say here really is that your goal is in your marketing is really all about delivering the best outcomes. And MJ, you understand about this. Patty, in the school environment, you understand about this, right? So you've got to deliver extraordinary outcomes that meets the needs, the wants, and the desires. Remember the AIDA principle we spoke about in the early training, which is grabbing the attention, keeping the interest, creating the desire, and then getting your potential clients to take action. All right, so that's the whole reason for marketing, right? For the AIDA principle there. And if you are serving your clients with a high ticket, product, or you want to be known as a high ticket expert, which is what we've been talking about over the last 6 weeks in our Facebook group. Attention, interest, desire, and action. Desire is about you birthing a desire in them to want to learn more about you, your product, or your service. That's what we mean. And how you birth that desire is by creating appealing and on-point marketing. And then, of course, your goal with your marketing is to deliver outstanding outcomes. I want you to write that down. Outstanding outcomes. Okay, that is your goal, to deliver outstanding outcomes. And then let me just talk about your niche just for a moment. If you remember, in the very early days, we spoke about what is a niche, what makes up a niche, and it consists of 3 things. It consists of course, the people with the people that you want to serve, number 1. It consists of the specific problem that those people have in that market. And then it consists of your specific solution. So your specific solution is your expert signature system that helps the people in your current niche with their specific problem. And then that's what creates your niche. That's what creates your niche. So if you're considering yourself to be a high ticket expert, you got to solve the high value problems. And I'm just reinforcing this for you all the way through, because whilst you're creating content, I want you to consider focusing on the high value problem. And you've got to do a lot of self-analysis on the things that you're bringing to the table. So your ultimate goal in that is to exchange results for revenue. All right, again, write that down. Your goal of all the things that you're doing is to exchange results for revenue. All right, and I'm just going to give you some money builder techniques, and then we're going to move on to the hot seating around your business. So the ways that we give you money building techniques, first and foremost, is you've got to grow confidence in what it is that you are serving your clients with. So confidence in your own expert signature system. You need to know it inside out. You also need to be confident in how you're pitching. So I've given you that in the expert signature system bonus section. Have a look in there. It walks you through the very basics of how to actually pitch it as an overview. But I'm going to put some additional training in the growth incubator for you, specifically to do with learning how to pitch. Then, of course, you've got to be very specific with what it is you're offering from your expert signature system. So what's the package that you are offering? Is it a 1-day VIP, a 1-day intensive, 90-day program? Is it a 6-month program? Or are you bringing people into a 12-month incubator style program where they can learn all about your product or service? So you need to decide on what it is that you are offering, and then be confident in delivering that offer. Next thing is you've got to become attractive. So your marketing can't just be wishy-washy. It can't just be because you like it. And I know this, sometimes we struggle with letting go of certain things. MJ, you and I had this conversation today about a certain donkey, right?
Yes, I still want my donkey.
And sometimes you've got to let go in order to
go the donkey
of attractive towards other people, because it's not for us. Our system's about solving their problem. So then the next thing is how about you as a person? Not only does your message need to be relevant to your audience, that's another one, your message has to be relevant, but is it magnetizing? What is going to draw people towards you? My name's Nettie, and a lot of people call me Magnetti. What is it that draws people towards you? And I can tell you what my attributes are and what I think and why, but what is it specifically about you, MJ, you, Patty, and whoever else is out there listening to this now? What is it about you that is going to draw people to you, to your service, to your product over your competition. And that's quite a key one, okay? And then the last thing on this is about you being able to expertly shorten the sales cycle for your potential clients. So let me explain what I mean by shortening the sales cycle. From the moment someone comes in contact with you, how many touch points is it going to take you before you close? There's this concept out there called the one conversation close that a lot of the high gurus are teaching, and I learned from this myself. That means from the moment someone connects with you, maybe on Messenger, Facebook, how many times do you need to get through to conversing with them before you get them on the phone, before you get them in a consultation, or before you get them to a webinar, to them saying, yes, I want to buy from you. So what we mean by shortening the sales cycle is you're pre-qualifying that individual, you're making it easy for them to turn around and say yes. And then, of course, you are leading them through a pathway so that by the time they get on the phone to you, they are super qualified. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fabulous. Well, you need to make sure that you're creating predictable results. The results that you are getting for your clients happen every single time. What is your promise? What is your brand promise? What is it that your business says to your outside market that they will have at the end of working with you? Here's an example. When you come into the Expert Signature System program, my promise to you is that by the end of the program, you would have created one of the most highly profitable assets that you will ever own in your business, right? Because your Expert Signature System has the potential, and this is the key promise, it has the potential to bring in multiple streams of income. The caveat being is you have to do the work. That is the caveat. And my other promise is I will handhold you throughout the entire process, okay, and hold you as powerful no matter what. And that's my predictable promise. And that is what I do. I handhold you throughout the whole process so that you can feel and see the end result before you're even there. So when you're at day one, you're like, right, can I make it through this journey? Okay. And, you know, hand on heart, I can say that I've been there, and I believe the feedback that I've got from you all tells me that you are on the right track. So this is how your brand reputation is built. And, you know, how people buy, you know, from experts is you've got to build testimonials. So these are the things that you need to be seeking after in your marketing, all to do with marketing and sales. Get testimonials from everybody that's experienced you personally, presently, or in the past. So if you've done anything to do with your Expert Signature System, historically, you might have delivered it not necessarily in this package. But if you've had some, you know, contact with outside people, make sure you're getting testimonials. Make sure you're getting some case studies. You need to aim for your first case study. You need to be doing paid practice, but you also need to be doing exchanges of service. So for example, you know, this week, my daughter-in-law, I would never charge her for coaching or anything like that. But what I will be doing with her is I'm coaching her on her money mindset in exchange for referrals, because she works in this massive firm that has hundreds of people who probably potentially all need some type of coaching for what I've got. So you're going to find yourself a king pin or king queen, right? And that person is going to be a source of referrals that you know has the audience that your system speaks to. I hope this is making sense. So if you find yourself a few of these people, you connect with them, you tell them all about what it is that you are doing, then they can be the ones to speak about your system. So you're building your referral partner base. And that's what I would encourage you to adopt in your business, okay? And then, of course, you've got your conventional methods of general networking, both online and offline. And then the last thing I really want to come down and leave you with is you must think about, if you haven't done this already, and I know this was brought up in an earlier module, think about where you can build your credibility, i.e. what social platforms are you going to be using? Maximum of 2. Choose 2 online, and then of course offline you can do as many as you want to, but you must choose one main one and one backup social media platform where you are going to be sharing your content. So finally, then your offer, your message, and your pitch, it has to be on point in order to gain the interest from potential clients. And how you do that is you're first focusing on service and then focusing on selling. So we go with the premise of service, selling, service, serve, 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 and then automatically those people who are really, you've grabbed their attention, they've shown interest, you've hit the desire spot, they then take the action of becoming your clients. All right, so that's really what I wanted to kind of give you as the mindset piece for tonight. So I hope you found that useful.